What if one of the secrets to Japanese longevity had nothing to do with food, but with what happens after the meal? In many Western households, the moment dinner ends marks the beginning of disconnection. The body leans back. The television turns on. A couch becomes a resting place, and digestion fades into the background. It's normal. It's common. And yet, it might be one of the silent habits that ages us without us knowing. In Japan, especially among elders who live well into their 90s and beyond, the end of a meal doesn't mean collapse or distraction. It signals something else entirely, a moment of presence, a pause, a space in which the body remains upright, the breath settles, and internal rhythms begin to shift from eating to digesting without interruption. It's not about discipline or tradition for tradition's sake. It's about harmony. In homes across Okinawa or rural Kyoto, you'll often find an elder quietly seated after dinner. Not in haste, not in exhaustion, but in quiet alignment. Sometimes they remain at the table, hands resting on their knees, eyes softened. Other times, they might walk slowly through the house, step by step, feeling the body move again, gently, deliberately. This small behavior may seem insignificant, but it holds within a philosophy and a powerful physiological benefit. Sitting upright after eating or taking a short, mindful walk allows the body to begin digesting without interference. It keeps the stomach in a natural position. It reduces the chances of reflux. It helps circulation and keeps the nervous system in balance. And over time, this calm transition adds up, protecting the heart, the brain, and even sleep quality. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, one of Japan's most respected physicians, believed that what we do in the minutes after a meal speaks volumes about how we treat our body. Digestion is not just about food, he said. It's about the environment we create inside ourselves while the body works. This video is not about sitting cross-legged on the floor or forcing your body into uncomfortable postures. It's about inviting the wisdom of Japanese elders into your own evening in a way that honors your rhythm and ability. You'll learn how a simple shift in posture and attention after meals can transform your digestion, help your body rest better, and maybe, just maybe, add years of calm, steady life. Because sometimes what you do after eating is more important than what you ate. In many Japanese homes, there's a quiet moment after dinner that may go unnoticed by outsiders, but for those who live it, it's sacred. It's not about ceremony or effort. It's about not rushing, about giving the body space to transition from activity to assimilation. This moment is known not by a formal name, but by its feeling, stillness with dignity. After a meal, instead of slouching into a couch or lying down for rest, many elders choose to remain seated in a vertical, relaxed posture, not stiff, not forced, simply upright. In traditional homes, this may happen on a tatami mat. In modern apartments, it's often at the dinner table. The key is the alignment of the spine and the awareness of the body's state. They don't call it a health practice. They just do it because it feels right. For those who still sit on the floor, the size of position, kneeling with legs folded under, is common, but more often, especially with age, elders adapt. They sit in chairs with both feet flat on the ground, hands resting gently on thighs or a warm teacup between their palms. Shoulders relaxed, breath steady. This posture supports the natural shape of the stomach and intestines, allowing food to move gently through the digestive tract. It prevents compression, reduces the risk of acid reflux, and aids in the natural secretion of digestive enzymes. It's the opposite of what happens when we lean back or lie down, positions that slow digestion and place pressure on internal organs. But beyond the physical, there's an emotional and even spiritual quality to this practice. It reflects a relationship with food that continues after the last bite, a sense of gratitude, of patience, of letting the body lead, rather than pushing it into the next distraction. In Zen culture, there's a concept called zanshin, the remaining mind. It means staying mentally and physically present even after an action ends. Japanese elders carry this into their meals. Eating doesn't end with swallowing. It ends with a pause, with presence, with stillness. This is not about age or flexibility. You don't need to sit on the floor or mimic tradition exactly. The message is simple. Remain upright, remain still, remain aware. Even 5 minutes of this gentle posture can make a difference. Try it after your next meal. Sit without reaching for your phone. Let your breath slow. Feel your body, not just your fullness. You may notice your stomach thanking you. You may feel your heart quieting. And over time, this ritual of stillness may become something more, not just a habit, but a form of self-respect. For centuries, Japanese elders have honored the body's need for calm after eating, not out of superstition, but from observation. They may not have used scientific terms, but they understood something many forget. The body doesn't stop working after a meal. In fact, it's just beginning. Today, science confirms what tradition has long practiced. Posture and presence after meals directly influence digestion, energy, and long-term health. Let's start with the basics. When we eat, blood flow shifts to the digestive system. The stomach begins to secrete acids. The intestines start moving, and nutrients prepare for absorption. It's a delicate process, and one that works best when the body is upright and still. If you lie down immediately after eating, gravity no longer assists digestion. Instead, it can cause food and acid to move upward, leading to acid reflux, bloating, and slower gastric emptying. Over time, this habit increases the risk of chronic conditions like gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, indigestion, and even poor nutrient absorption. A study published in the journal Digestive Diseases and Sciences found that sitting upright after meals, even for just 10 to 15 minutes, significantly reduced post-meal discomfort and improved gastromotility. Another study from the American Journal of Gastroenterology showed that people who walked or remained seated upright after dinner had lower blood sugar spikes than those who reclined or became inactive. In Japan, this wisdom is embodied in quiet action. Elders remain seated, drink warm tea, or take a gentle stroll. They allow their parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, to fully activate. No screens, no rushing, just space for the body to do its work. And this isn't just about digestion. The benefits ripple outward. Better digestion leads to better sleep. Stable blood sugar supports cognitive clarity. Less reflux reduces inflammation. Over time, these small differences accumulate into years of healthier aging. It's no surprise, then, that Japan consistently ranks among the countries with the lowest rates of digestive disease and the highest life expectancy. Their approach is not magical. It's mindful, and it starts with how they treat their body in the minutes after eating. You don't need to follow a perfect ritual, but you can choose to resist the modern rush. Sit upright after dinner. Sip something warm. Breathe. Give your body a chance to do what it does best, without interruption. Because health isn't only about what you eat. It's about how your body receives it. And that process begins not in the kitchen, but in the quiet minutes that follow your last bite. In the quiet neighborhoods of Japan, especially in places like Okinawa, there's a beautiful rhythm that plays out each evening. After dinner, instead of retreating to screens or beds, elders often step outside, not for exercise, not for obligation, but for something gentler, a short, slow walk. This practice, sometimes referred to as shokugo sampo, post-meal walk, is not intense. It's not about counting steps or burning calories. Often it's no more than a walk around the house, a loop through a garden, or 5 to 10 minutes of soft movement. But behind its simplicity lies a powerful truth. These steps nourish the body just as much as the meal that came before. Modern research agrees. A study published in Diabetologia found that walking for just 2 to 15 minutes after meals significantly reduced blood glucose levels, especially in older adults. This brief movement helps muscle cells absorb sugar more efficiently, reducing post-meal spikes that can lead to insulin resistance, inflammation, and fatigue. Other studies show that walking after eating enhances digestion by stimulating intestinal movement. It also promotes circulation, reduces bloating, and can help regulate blood pressure. In older adults, it improves balance, mobility, and sleep quality, all critical pillars of healthy aging. In Japan, these walks are rarely done alone. A spouse, a grandchild, or even a neighbor might join. It's a moment of soft connection, of breathing the evening air, of letting the meal settle not just in the stomach, but into the rhythm of life. These walks become rituals, and rituals become health. Dr. Hinohara often recommended walking after meals to his patients, not as a prescription, but as a way of keeping the body in dialogue with nature. He believed that digestion was more than chemistry. It was harmony between food, body, and environment. A walk after dinner, he said, lets the body remember that it is alive and moving. You don't need a park or a long path. Walk around your home. Stand up. Move your arms gently. Take steps to your hallway or garden. If you can go outside, even better. Feel the air. Let your eyes rest on something natural. Take 30 steps, no more, no less. That's enough to send a signal to your body. I'm here. I'm helping. I'm ready to age with grace. If you do this tonight and tomorrow and the day after, you may begin to notice something subtle. Your sleep improves. Your digestion becomes smoother. Your evening feels more complete. And perhaps, over months and years, these small movements add up, not just in health, but in years lived with comfort, mobility, and joy. Because sometimes, the most powerful medicine is not found in a pill, but in 30 mindful steps after dinner. Health isn't just about what you eat. It's about what you do in the quiet spaces between. In Japan, this truth is lived, not spoken. The meal is only one part of the ritual. What happens after, how you sit, how you move, how you breathe, shapes what that meal becomes inside your body. Japanese elders understand this. That's why they don't lie down right after dinner. They don't rush into distraction or collapse into fatigue. They remain upright. They walk slowly. They stay connected, not only to their food, but to themselves. This isn't about rules. It's not about being perfect. It's about presence. When you sit for a few minutes after meal, letting your body settle in alignment, you're offering your digestion a gift. When you take just 30 soft steps around your home or garden, you're telling your heart, your blood, your breath, I'm here, I'm with you. These are the acts of someone who respects life and who wants to keep living it with clarity and strength. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara used to say, health is not just the absence of illness. It is the rhythm of a life well lived. And rhythm is not found in extremes, but in rituals, small, repeatable, nourishing gestures of awareness. So as you finish your next meal, pause, sit upright, breathe, maybe walk a little. Let the body be as wise as the food you chose to eat. If you've made it this far in the video, it means something inside you already recognizes this truth, that the way we move through our evenings matters. That longevity is not a mystery. It's a rhythm we can return to. And if this message touched you, if it reminded you of something ancient, something gentle, then let's keep walking this path together. Subscribe to this channel for more wisdom from the Japanese way of life. Comment below, what will you do differently after your next meal? And most of all, watch our next video, where we'll explore another secret ritual of Japanese elders that helps them sleep deeply and wake up restored. Until then, may your meals be peaceful, your movements mindful, and your life long and light.